What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. So I know that most people are aware right now already that LeBron James has signed with Philly. This is a shock to everybody, right? And I think it's a shock to a lot of Philly fans. I'm looking at some reactions of Philly fans, man, and they are not pleased at all. I think that like they knew it was a possibility, but they didn't really think it was going to happen. A lot of people thought that maybe LeBron James and Rich Paul, they were using Philly as leverage, and so he can get a better deal with Cleveland, so they didn't really think it was a possibility. They don't a lot of Philly fans also didn't feel like LeBron James would fit in well with Jalen Brown, and Maxi. Those two guys really like they're gonna demand a lot of shots. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna really dominate on the possessions on that offensive side of the ball, right? So that's why a lot of people wasn't, for a number of reasons they was thinking that, well, I don't really think he gonna come to Philly. But man, when he signed to Philly and for $8 million, and now everybody up in Philly is really not happy about this situation. I'm reading the comments from Philly fans, and Philly fans are saying this is their worst nightmare. Let me I want to say let me go to this, man, because this is this is crazy what some of these Philly fans are saying, when it comes to LeBron James. Hold up, let me see. Uh some people are saying, like, all right, so Philly fans will say, all right, the GOAT debate is ended. This right here, because this is LeBron James, his fourth team that he's with, right? This is his fourth team that he's with. So they're saying that, with him being 14 in the league, 24 years, no way in the world he could be considered for the GOAT debate. Let me see. Miami and Cleveland, both sides. No, not again. Good luck, Philly. You'll need it. So this, I don't know if this is a Cleveland fan or or a Miami fan, but they said, they glad that he's not coming there. They saying good luck, Philly. You're gonna need it. Let me see. This is why LeBron James will never be like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. All he do is join teams with the weakest Eastern Conference, to and stack them, right? And so, yeah, man. So I mean, that's true. He stacked, he do stack the teams and everything. But even with him stacking the teams, it don't always work out for him. Like I said, he's been in the league for 24 years, going on 24 years. And he got four titles. So even if he just so happened to luck up and win a title, that's like five titles in 24 years. That's not a good look. Um, Philly media is going to eat him up immediately. Like not only Philly media will eat him up, but Philly fans. Like if you at the game, I mean, if LeBron James in the game and he not really playing well, or he's he's like cherry picking or just standing around in the corner waiting for a shot, or he's stat padding or something like that, man. Those fans in Philly definitely gonna let him know about it, man. So this whole situation with in Philly is just like Philly fans are just waiting for a reason to voice their displeasure when it comes to LeBron James. So like I said, this is gonna be an um interesting situation. Here we got another Philly fan say he would never be like Hakeem, Magic, Duncan, or Kobe. You know, how many All-Star teammates does it take for LeBron now? This team right here though that he have in Philly, I like even without LeBron James, this I thought was a pretty good roster in Philly. You got Jalen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, And then they have what's this other dude? They got some talent on that team. Without LeBron James, I think their starting five for Philly is really good. I'm not even gonna say the starting five. I say four because Joel Embiid is like if he can stay healthy, I think Joel Embiid is like the X factor for Philly. We saw like Philly, who did they knock out the playoffs last year? This year just passed. Was it Cleveland or was it I don't know who they knocked out, but like Philly, I think they knocked out Cleveland. It couldn't have been Detroit. One of the two. They knocked somebody out the playoffs. But let me see. This dude ain't even in my top 10. They're saying what this one right here says 41-year-old LeBron is not a determining factor for the Sixers winning a ring, right? Now, that might be true. Maybe he's not a determining factor for the Sixers winning a ring. But you know how the media gets, right? Especially national media. Local media in Philly, they're not gonna give LeBron. I think they'll be fair. They're not gonna give LeBron James no more credit than what he is due, right? But like the national media, I think they're gonna if Philly was to win a ring with LeBron James on there, of course, national media and ESPN, they're gonna give LeBron James a lot of that credit or most of the credit. Now, on the other hand, you got to be careful if you play with LeBron James because if you're not having a great season, like I can see them making Joel Embiid the a scapegoat. I can see them making Jaylen Brown a scapegoat. So this is going to be an interesting season right here for Philly, man. And I think even under the best of circumstances, I just think that most of the time when you have and this is considered by a lot of people considered it's a super team, right? And even with a super team, it take you like a year, at least a couple years to gel, So, and LeBron James is not getting any younger. Neither is Joel Embiid. So, I don't know. I don't see them doing it this year, going all the way this year. They could possibly make a good run at it, but I don't see them being able. New York, man, New York. I think Cleveland is probably still going to be in the thick of things. Then don't forget about Detroit. Yeah, so this is going to be a interesting season. Let me see what else I got here. James Senior is officially a role player now. With LeBron James, I can see LeBron James coming in and being like the third option. You know, he was a third option. Well, they say in theory at LA, he was a third option. A lot of times he didn't really play like he was a third option. He'll say, he's willing to accept this role. And when that statement benefited him, then he said, I'm 41 years old. I'm playing, I'm just playing my role. But LeBron James don't like being a role player, and you can see that. Let me see. This Philly fan right here says that there never was a GOAT debate. MJ always been the GOAT. LeBron should be embarrassed, right? And this is what caught a lot of people off guard. LeBron James I don't think he's embarrassed. Like LeBron James just don't have any. I mean, he don't care. LeBron James do not care what people think about him. He doing what he think is best for him, and that's it. He don't care about Philly fans, and Philly fans are gonna be tough on him. And he's still, like a lot of people, like you don't want to go to Philly or New York if you're not that real deal, right? And or if you can't deliver on your promises, that's not a place. Those two places are places that you don't want to be. And LeBron James is just so self-absorbed and such a narcissist that he really don't care, right? Let me see. He could have stayed in LA if he was going to take the vet minimum. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. But you also have to consider like LA didn't want to even pay him the vet minimum because if he was going to take the vet minimum, maybe LA didn't even want to pay him that. You know, that's why I don't think, and I don't think that this Philly team that he on, I don't even think this is going to be his last stop. I think LeBron James want to play at least until his 25th year. You know, because I think that 25th year, there's a retirement tour, him and Bronny, you know, that right there is worth a lot of money. I think LeBron, like this year, LeBron James is they say the contract is worth $8 million, but I think LeBron James see more money on the horizon with that retirement tour. Like he got that. That's his. You know, that's like the big joker. You know what I mean? If you playing spades, he got the big joker. That's in his back pocket. He gonna play that big joker. Not this year, but he gonna probably play it next year, right? When he get to that 25th year, he gonna pull that out of his pocket, and that's gonna be worth a lot more than $8 million. So yeah, man. But I'm reading these comments. This yeah, this gonna be it's gonna be an interesting season, man. Let me see. This says Philly about to have some honey colored jerseys this season. As a, you know, well, like I said, man, this gonna be an interesting season. Philly fans are upset. Um, yeah, man. That's all I got on this. For right now, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna check y'all out in the next video. Peace.